All right, so here are the examples that are in the back of the PowerPoint um, for dimensional analysis. So first step is to set up our problem. So you are always going to look and see what am I starting with. So in this problem, I'm starting with 19.3 hours. So I'm going to put that on the left, 19.3 hours. Okay, and I want to convert that to minutes. So I'm going to put that on the right on the right. Okay, so to go from hours to minutes, I know that I have 60 minutes, okay, equals 1 hour. Okay, I know that conversion factor. You guys know that conversion factor. So then, since I'm going right from hours to minutes, I'm just using one step. So I'm going to put in my conversion factor. Okay, whatever units I have that I'm starting with, my known, has to go on the bottom in the denominator, not denominator. Whew, can't speak. So I'm going to put 1 hour, okay, on the bottom. 60 minutes then would go on top because I want to be left with minutes because that's what I'm trying to solve for. Okay, unit wise, hours would end up canceling out because when you divide them, they just equal 1. So I'm left in minutes. So I'm going to do 19.3 times 60 on my calculator. Okay, and I get the answer of 1,158 minutes. Okay, well, we were just talking about significant figures. Okay, we've been talking about it for a while. This is a conversion factor here, so these do not count towards significant figures. So I just look at whatever I'm starting with in dimensional analysis for sig figs. So since 19.3 is 3 significant figures, then my answer is going to have 3. So I'm going to look at that 8, and that 8's actually going to round up my 5. So I'm going to have 1,160 minutes. Okay, so that's how I would use my significant figures with this problem. Okay, so pretty easy. Just a couple things. Always set up what are you starting with? Put that here. Okay, so what am I starting? What is my known in my problem? What am I trying to get to? Okay, is on the right. Um, and then I figure out my conversion factor is what am I trying to solve for. Okay, so the next problem that's on there, it's a little different than what you guys are used to. Okay, so a mole of aluminum contains 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd atoms of aluminum. How many atoms are in 2.8 moles of aluminum? Okay, so what we're starting with in this problem, all right, is going to be 2.8 moles of aluminum. Okay, and it's asking me atoms of aluminum. So I'm going to put atoms. Oh, I just about dropped my microphone. I'm going to put atoms of aluminum on the right. Okay. Now my conversion factor is actually in the problem. It says a mole, so 1 mole equals 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd atoms. Okay, so that is my conversion factor, or my equality, so I'm just going to plug it in. All right, so units, if I have moles of aluminum here, that has to go on the bottom. So if I look at my equality, this is going to go here. So 1 mole of aluminum, okay? And then this 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd atoms is actually going to go on the top. Okay? And so moles of aluminum, okay, cancel each other out. I would take 2.8 times 10, 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd on my calculator. Okay, and I end up is telling me I get 1.6856 times 10 to the 24th, okay, atoms. All right, again, we look back at the front. We have 2.8, so that's 2 sig figs. So the 8 is going to make the 6 round up, so I'm going to get 1.7 times 10 to the 24th atoms of aluminum. Okay? The last one that we're going to have, this might take us a little bit more time. Well, let's try it out. Okay, so in this problem, it says the mass of one hockey puck is 170 grams. Okay, what is the mass in a kilogram of 1 mole of hockey pucks? Okay, so right, we are saying we are starting with 1 mole of hockey pucks. I'm going to label hockey pucks as HP. Okay, so 1 mole of hockey pucks. Okay, I want to get to mass. Okay, so I want to get to grams, and we can convert that to kilograms later. Grams of hockey pucks. Okay, so I know. Sorry guys, I unplugged a cord. So I know equalities from the problem before. I know 1 mole, okay, would equal 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd hockey pucks. Hi. Okay. And then I also know that 1 hockey puck equals 170 grams. Okay, so this is actually going to be 2 steps. All right, so when I set up my first conversion factor, whatever I have here has to go on the bottom. Okay, and this is the same thing, 1 mole of hockey pucks. Okay, so 1 mole hockey pucks is 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd hockey pucks. Okay, so this would cancel out with this, but I'm not to grams yet. All right, I want to make sure I get to grams. Okay, so I can use my next, I have hockey pucks here. My next equality down here converts hockey pucks to grams. So I would get 1 hockey puck equals 170 grams. All right, so then I'm going to get my final answer. So hockey pucks would cancel out. I'm going to get grams. So even if it's stuff that you guys have no idea, you know, maybe what they are, you can figure it out. Okay, just use your units, set things up. Okay, and we can go from there. So I end up with 1.0. Well, we're starting with just 1 sig fig. So I'm going to start with 1 times 10 to the 26 grams of hockey pucks. Okay, now I can convert it a couple different ways. I could take this, and I know 1 times, I can use an equality for this as well, grams, and I know that there's 1,000 grams in 1 kilogram. Okay, and that would give me my kilograms of hockey pucks. Okay, so I would end up with 1 times 10 to the 23rd kilograms of hockey pucks. Okay, and so that would be my final answer. Let me know if you guys have questions. You can do the rest of your homework packet. Okay, and have a wonderful Wednesday.